Hi, Scorpio. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at what's going on with your love life, with you and your soulmate. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. These two? Okay. Okay, here we go. So, okay, the overall energy between you, this is you and your person to me, is the Four of Wands. So this is talking about marriage. It can talk about, you and this, it can talk about twin flame, but I don't feel like this is what this is talking about. I feel like it's talking about you finally getting in your love life, like just getting stable in your life, period, not just your love life. Okay. I feel like you are doing what you can to fix all the areas of your life, and it's leading to an overall stability. And because of that, you're bringing in your new person. That's why there are two people like this in this card, and their hands are bound together like this. Okay. Underneath this, we have the judgment, excuse me, not the judgment, the justice card. This is Libra energy. It is talking about balance. This is spirit telling you that you have a very fertile period coming. This is about you getting exactly what it is you deserve in all areas of your life. It's like I said, it's not just your love relationship. Okay. You're going to be happy with this 10 of cups here. Okay. And I feel like the happiness is not going to just be between you and your person. This to me is also talking about your soul tribe coming in, those people who understand you, who get you, and you don't have to explain certain things, like when you have conversations with people and you're finishing each other's sentences, and you're like here when you talk about specific aspects of your life or the type of person you are, you're just going to be understood, I feel like. And I feel like it's been a long time coming. Okay. Then we have the strength card showing up here. This is Leo energy. This could talk about holding yourself back emotionally, but I feel like it's also spirit saying that you need to grasp the magic of life. I feel like a lot of you may have lost the magic of life because of all the bullshit you've been through in all areas of your life. Like I said, not just your love life. And with this strength card, this is spirit saying that it's time for you to learn how to believe in yourself and know that you can have what it is that you want. But in order to help bring it in, it's important that you love on yourself and believe in yourself and put yourself first. Okay. All right. So you looking real good, Scorpio. Okay. This is a fire sign card. It's Queen of Wands. Fire sign, or someone with a lot of fire in the chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But I feel like this is representing you. This is the energy that you're coming out in now. I hear, oh gosh, what's her name? Oh man, what is her name? Diana Ross. I'm coming out. That's what I hear in my head. I'm coming out. That's what I hear. Don't give me the singing. Don't give me to do that. But I also feel like even though you are looking good, you are still, you know, being very guarded when it comes to who you allow into your life, and that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Okay. But the one thing you have to remember is when your person does show up, and you'll know, like I said, you'll know intuitively that it's them. And one way you'll know is that you will want to trust them very easily because of the vibe and the energy that they come in. And so when that person comes, spirit is asking you to put the wand down and, you know, slowly allow this person in. Okay. As they slowly allow you in. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. Okay. All right. Because the two of you are going to be headed towards this higher level of commitment with the Hierophant card, which is Taurus energy. If you continue, if you choose to move forward with this person. Okay. All right. So we're going to start by clarifying this Four of Wands. Okay. Hold on. Four of Wands. Wands. Okay. All right. So a lot of you, like I said, you've been through a lot. You may be sitting in heartbroken energy here. This is talking about deeply hurt and sad, feeling lost, a grieving and despair, and a breakup. Okay. Because some of you may have just broken up with your person. Okay. Everybody's going to be at a different point in this reading. For some of you, this has been a long time coming. For others of you, it's already happened. You way down the damn path and this part is over with. Okay. But spirit is telling you at the end of the day, with this sun card, it's reversed, but it's still the strongest card in the deck. Spirit is telling you to just have fun, learn how to have more fun with, in your life. And because it's going to help you to put this further and further behind you. It's going to help you to heal it. Okay. All right. So this is also about you finding your voice. All right. And it's, being able to set your boundaries, knowing your worth, knowing what you deserve. Okay, we've got the confused card showing up here. So some of you may be confused about what to do, where to go, how to continue down the path, but you're being guided by spirit. Spirit is telling you to keep moving towards your divine feminine energy. So this is like the Empress. It's also like the Nine of Pentacles. So for you to work on the things you need to work on, to continue to sit in this energy, to continue to cultivate this energy. This is something, a daily practice you should have, where you work on things to push you towards the divine feminine or the divine masculine energy. Okay, guys, I'm talking to you too. Okay. All right. Okay. When it comes to your person, for some of you at this time, hold on, let me make sure what this is. Hold on one second. Okay. Give me a second. All right. All right. All right. Okay, when it comes to your person, they're showing up with the pride energy, and it's saying afraid to take action for fear of embarrassment or shame, and has difficulty apologizing. Okay. I feel like this, I feel like, I don't feel like this is your person. I feel like this is your twin showing up. Okay. They're wanting to come and apologize to you. They're trying to fix things with you, but because they're enlightened, they're going through some type of enlightenment where they're starting to see things more clearly, but it's not because they've done any work. I feel like it's because spirits got their foot on their neck, and that's why they're wanting to come forward and fix things. It's not because they saw the light and, oh, all of a sudden, it's like, what is it? The heavens open up and the music is playing, oh, and then they're enlightened. No, that's not what's going on. Okay. This person, that's all they do is have fun. And I feel like that's what they've been doing is wanting to have fun. But I feel like spirit has snatched their fun because of the things that they've done to you. That's why that justice card is showing up as well, because it's about them getting their just desserts as well. Because remember, I told you it's about justice with everybody. And so life is not as fun for your twin anymore as it used to be. Okay. So let me pull another card. I'm going to pull from this other deck. Okay. So we got the visitor card showing up. For some of you, this could be the soulmate showing up at your house, but for others of you, this could be the twin as well. For some of you, it could be both. Okay. This person showing up and knocking on your door, the soulmate, and then the twin. Like I said, they're wanting to try to, it's still in their pride. They're going to show up and try to act like they're enlightened. Okay. Because they, like I said, they're not having a good time anymore. Their life is not what it used to be before you and them had your go around. Okay. All right. Let me get another card. We're going to keep pulling till we get the information for the person. Okay. Okay. When it comes to your person, I feel like, they're loving you. They're taking the time to themselves, because for some of you, your person has had some type of loss. Okay. This could be the ending of the connection they were in with this other person. For others of you, this could actually be that somebody passed away in their life. It doesn't have to be the person they were in a relationship with. It could have been a family member or something like that. And I feel like they are grieving this and trying to get over it. And that could be also the significance of the holding on card, because they're trying to, I feel like the love they have for you is helping them to move through this. Okay. All right. Okay. So the card we have for you for this week that represents you is the Four of Pentacles. Okay. So this is talking about you holding back. Okay. Again, it's reminding me of that Seven of Wands energy. And it's talking about, you are basically focused on your coin. Okay. I feel like you trying to amass a damn fortune, Scorpio. And I'm like, get that money. And you sitting on top of this money, like, bring your ass over here and try to mess with my money, and you're gonna see what's gonna happen. So spirit is here and is advising you, telling you, pat yourself on the back, good job. You're working on your financial stability, which again is bringing me back to the Four of Wands card. Okay. So spirit is also telling you with this card that it's good that you're working on your money. It's good that you're in this energy when it comes to money. But when it comes to love, no, because this energy it's almost like this. Hold on. It's almost like this holding on card here. Okay. And so like holding on to your heart and holding, because let me back up. The normal Four of Pentacles card is somebody that has a pentacle over their head. They have one covering up their chest and they have one under each foot. Okay. So I feel like this is you holding on to your feelings. Okay. And not wanting to open yourself up, because for some of you, you've just recently gone through a heartbreak. But for others of you, it is because of the heartbreak you went through in the past. And I don't think everybody's ready to open up, is what I feel like Spirit is saying with this card. Come on, let's clarify. Let's see what more Spirit wants to say about it. Yeah, see, you got tunnel vision right now, is what Spirit is saying. You're basically focused on, your career, other areas of your life. I feel like trying to find stability everywhere you can in your life. And then the last thing you're going to focus on after that is your love life, or whenever this person comes in, right? A lot of you are isolating yourselves, okay? And there's nothing wrong with you isolating yourself. This is kind of like the hermit. You're using this energy to heal yourself, but also with the isolation card, I feel like some of you are kind of taking it to the extreme. And I feel like Spirit is saying, you want to watch this. Still go out with your friends and have a good time. That's why this Sun reverse card is coming up. That's why it says just have fun. See it? Spirit is telling you, even though you're healing, even though you're taking time for yourself, don't overdo it. Okay. This, at the end of the day, this is about you finding your inner light and having that tunnel vision and, building your empire. But you also need to have balance. We talk about this all the time. Okay. You're going to have to police yourself, Scorpio, until balance becomes more of a habit for you and not an afterthought, because it's something I have to do as well. Because like Spirit was getting on to me before I went to Vegas, because I was trying to do all these readings, because I want to make sure that I do the readings for y'all, because I don't want y'all to be without something, because I'm on vacation. But I kind of like overdid it a little bit. And so they've been getting on to me. Like when I was in Vegas, there was times when I wanted to go sit at the table to read, and they were like, mm-mm. They was like, nope. The card would flip over and they'd be like, go out and go play. That's what it would say. The card would say play. And I would just drop everything and go do it, because they allowed me to go balls to the walls before I went to Vegas and to do all those readings. That's why all those readings that you see, you didn't have any kind of disconnect. You had your readings while I was gone. It was because I prepared for it, but I didn't prepare for this week. So this week I'm coming back and I'm having to work, but it's not like it was before, because before I was doing a lot more work. But anyway, I digress. So Spirit is just saying, please focus on your balance. Okay. It's about you doing things to better yourself, to have a better life, right? But it's also about you learning that there's a time for work and there's a time for play. Okay. Because like I told you, you got to put an equal amount of eggs, as many as you can, an equal amount in each basket. Okay. We don't want you playing more than you working, or working more than you playing, that type of thing. It has to balance out. And this is also about you making space in your life for this new person to come in. Okay. All right. So when it comes to your person, we've got two cards that fell. We've got the Three of Cups and the King of Cups. Okay. So I feel like this Three of Cups is talking about you, your person, and the twin. Okay. Or like if this was, if this is representing your person, which we talk about, all the time, it's you, your person, the soulmate, and their ex-person. Okay. So with this King of Cups, this for me is Cancer, but like I said, it could also represent Scorpio or Pisces. But when this shows up, Spirit is saying Cancer. So you may have Cancer placements, or your person may have. This is talking about your person, working on balance. Okay. They may have been a part of a third party situation. I feel like they were. Okay. Because like I told you, when the two of you sit down and talk, swap stories, you're going to find a lot of commonality between the two of you. You're going to have a lot of things in common that you've experienced in love relationships. Even if it wasn't just the last one, I feel like when you go back through your history, the two of you are going to be like, oh my God, that happened to me too. I had somebody do that to me too. Okay. So with these two cards, I feel like this is just your person, recovering from the things that they've gone through. They're balancing themselves out, just like Spirit is asking you to balance yourself out, because they want to come together and celebrate this connection with you. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Three of Cups and the King of Cups. Okay, so we have the cut down card that's showing up here, and I feel like it's just talking about you and them being in a period of separation. And the reason why the separation is occurring is, like I always tell you, so that the two of you have this, are going to be ready to come together and be in this connection together. Hold on. Ooh, okay, Scorpio, hold on. Okay, your person, like you're sitting in isolation, all right, with the isolation card, your person is going through a period of solitude. Like I said, I feel like they're having their come to Jesus moment, and they're thinking about a lot of things, because for some of you, y'all don't like to see this card, but I'm going to show it to you. The self-sabotage card fell out for your person. When you go through stuff, when you first go through stuff, your first heart, the first time your heart broken, because this heartbreak card could have to do with your person. They could still be trying to get over what happened to them with this person, because you got to realize, I'm reading for the collective. I'm not reading for just one person. So everybody's timelines are going to be different. That's why when you watch a read, you'll read the comments, and some people will be like, oh, that happened to me yesterday. And then somebody else will be like, yeah, that happened to me 3 years ago. Because there is no such thing as time. Everything is basically happening at the same time. That's why I tell y'all, when I put out the supercuts with all the readings together, it doesn't matter when I did that reading. Okay, is the only question is, does it resonate for you or not? Because everything is happening at the same time. And I know that's kind of hard to grasp, but this is an explanation for you to understand why I always tell y'all, it doesn't matter. Because I've gone to people's readings where they did the reading like 4 or 5 years ago, and some stuff about it will resonate, because it's all happening at the same time. But anyway, with this self-sabotage card, I feel like your person is at a point where they're realizing that they have to police certain things about themselves, because even though they have the feelings they have for you, they are still trying to get over the heartbreak. Okay. And for some of your people, as I said earlier, they're also still trying to get over the loss of a relationship, or the loss of someone in their life. And because of that, you don't look at the world right when you're hurting. We talk about this all the time. That's why spirit tells you to heal. But with this person, I think they recognize that they're sitting in an energy of where they're sometimes wanting to self-sabotage, and not wanting to do certain things because of the healing that they need to go through. Okay. So that's why I tell y'all, it's not just you. It's not just you. They're going through stuff as well. So they're cutting out a lot of things that no longer serve them. Okay. While the two of you are in separation, and they're trying to stop certain patterns that they've been going through. Okay. All right. So the card I got for you, Scorpio, is a very fitting card. It's passion. So, I feel like a lot of you think about your person a lot, okay? And you having a lot of sex thoughts too. Get your mind out the gutter, Scorpio. I'm laughing. I'm laughing. I'm like, we all do this. It's a good thing. I told y'all in the twin flame reading, the last one that I just did this past Sunday, that you need to be doing that. You need to be actively thinking about how you want your life to be with your person, because number one, it's going to put that information out into the ethers for spirit to pick up on, okay? Because you're manifesting each other at the end of the day. Number two, it's gonna put you in a better frame of mind. If you're going through some type of heartbreak or some type of pain, it's gonna give you a respite from that pain, because you're focusing on something that's beautiful, something new, that's something that's coming towards you, something you're excited about. Okay. And for those of you that ain't suffering from that no more because it's over, it's full blown. It's a full blown beautiful thing, because you get to think about what we love the most, some sex. Okay, so keep doing this. Don't stop doing it, because that's what's going to get you through this dry period, is what I'm hearing from spirit, because you're waiting on this person. But the reason why you're waiting on this person, a lot of you, is because I feel like a very good fair amount of you have done your healing, but this person has some things, because they had somebody, something. For some of you, they had a person pass away in their life, and so they're trying to grieve and get over that. And then we all know that when relationships end, romantic relationships end, that's like a death as well. Even if the person didn't actually die, it can feel like a death, and you have to go through those stages of grieving. That's why I feel like that sadness and losses card is showing up. Okay, so when it comes to the energy between the two of you, we got the Queen of Swords, air sign, or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. We have the Five of Wands, which can talk about inner and outer conflict, and the Chariot, which is Cancerian energy showing up again, and it can speak of overcoming obstacles. So I feel like Spirit is saying right now, this is what's going on with the two of you. Okay, outside of this connection, the two of you have been through a lot with this Queen of Swords energy. You're sitting in this energy where you're both guarding yourselves because of past experiences. Okay, you may be experiencing a lot of inner and outer conflict. Your person could still be trying to fight off this ex. You could be doing the same thing with your twin, because I hear that in the comments all the time, that for some of y'all, this twin won't leave you alone, and they keep trying to come back some kind of way. If it's not energetically, they're trying to do it actually in the 3D. Okay. So I feel like what Spirit is saying is that this is what is happening now, but where you're headed is towards the Chariot. Okay. And you're headed towards being able to overcome what is going on now. So Spirit is telling you to just stay the course, keep, healing, working on yourselves, visualizing, being with your person, visualizing how you want your life to be. And you're going to come out of this. You're going to come out of this period, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen pretty fast. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Okay. Yeah. See, for some of you, you going through a period of chaos. You may be confused, like I told you, confused, not knowing what to do, where to go. You may feel lost because you came out of this shit with a twin. You doing your healing. You're trying to think about this new person, in a positive way and keep hope alive. Keep faith. Keep the faith. I hear George Michael. I gotta have faith, faith, faith. That's what I hear in my head. Okay, so hold on, look. I just see a notification from somebody that I watch, and they just confirmed what I said, that your person, is all about you, but they're just going through something right now. That's what it is. They're going through something right now. For some of you, your person is ready, but for others of you, they just got a few things they gotta get through, and it takes time. Like I told you, we talk about healing all the time. It's not a straight line. Okay, so please continue to have patience. Spirit is telling you to continue to have faith. Okay, because this person is going to come in when it's the right time. Okay, and it may feel like it's the right time for you right now, but we all know that we're not the one driving this damn bus. It's spirit. So you just gotta just ride and just leave it alone. Just act like you're a little kid in school, and you're going, and spirit is taking you to school on the school bus. And you just gotta let go of whatever the hell you're wanting to do. Because I had to tell Aries this same thing. Stop trying to control this. Because when you do that, I'm seeing the same thing that I saw when I was telling Aries this. I feel like, when somebody tries to pick somebody up and the person is too tall to be picked up and their legs are dangling on the ground, and you know how your feet will drag the ground, and it's like how do you explain it? Like you digging in, like you digging. It's like your feet are being dragged along the ground. Like it's like you slowing down your manifestation. I feel like whatever is being picked up is like your manifestation when you try to control it. And instead of you giving it momentum, you're slowing it down by you trying to pick it up and run with it. You got to leave it alone and let it get there whenever it's supposed to get there, even if it's at a crawl, even if it feels like it's at a standstill. All of this is happening exactly the way it's supposed to happen. And I know it sucks. I know it's so hard to trust and to continue to have hope, especially when a lot of you have been through some crazy shit that you've told me in the comments. But you gotta just keep chugging along, okay? You gotta just keep going through your death and rebirth. And let me tell you this: for some of you, your person may be possibly going through a dark night of the soul. Okay, it's possible for some of you that's what's happening with your person, and if you've been through dark night of the soul, that's some pain for your ass. You know that, because it's a spiritual depression. And so if that's what your person is going through, that would explain the self-sabotage energy. It would explain them sitting in the solitude all the time. It would explain them needing to, you know, stop the pattern and cut out certain things. Okay, because when you go through, those of you who have been through a dark night of the soul, it's not fun. Okay, and so this person may have had to do that in order to shed certain things and to level up and to level themselves up for this connection. Okay, all right, so hold on, let me get, yeah, see, okay, yeah, see, we've got the clock card and we also have the mask. So we've got hiding true feelings, pretending, deluding, and gaslighting, and personify. So for some of you, this is your person holding themselves back, but they're holding themselves back because I keep telling y'all, there's a card in this deck that talks about navigating carefully. And I feel like that's what they're trying to do, because for some of you, whatever this is that happened with the sadness and loss card, this came out of nowhere for this person. Okay. And it was like a punch to the gut. So they have to have the time to work through this. Okay. So, you know, they're holding themselves back because when you're going through a grieving period, that's like one of the worst times to be trying to get into a relationship with somebody else. Even if you have feelings for them, even if you know that person is the one, you don't want to come into a relationship with somebody and put that on them in the beginning before the two of you have a chance to get to know each other. Okay. Then we have the clock card here. Spirit is saying needing time, cycles and takes time to heal, progressing. So I feel like your person is going. Oh, there's another one back here. Oh, that's the card that was here. Okay, so this is about your person just needing to take time. Okay, so please be patient. I know it's difficult. I know you're champing at the bit. You want to be with this person. You've heard all these wonderful things about this person, and a lot of you are tired of being alone and you ready for it to come on. But that's why I tell you to focus on things that are fun. Focus on things, you know, focus on that tunnel vision, you bringing to life whatever it is you're wanting to creatively, or when it comes to your career or something like that, because that's what's going to get you through this. You have to detach from what is happening in this situation and allow what is playing out to play out. I know, like I said, I know, because I feel the same way. But there really isn't anything we can do about it. There's nothing we can do about it other than trying to focus on other things and just know when the time is right, this person's going to show up. And I know it sucks to watch and hear other people talk about their person coming in and you like, okay, well, what about me? What about me? But just hold on, Scorpio. Okay. Just focus on the things you've been focusing on, and you know, hang out with your friends, do whatever makes you happy. That's what I do. I start to wake up in the daytime and I'm like, okay, what is something that will make me happy? I ask myself all day long, okay, what's the next thing that will make me happy? And then after I do that, what's the next thing like that? So that you end up being on cloud nine, having a beautiful day, and knowing that whether your person is here right now or he or she is just here in spirit, you're still gonna have a good day. Okay, because this is also about you showing spirit that you're okay by yourself. Okay, because I tell y'all all the time with manifestation, you can't just hate where you are and expect that to move you to where it is you're trying to go. You got to be content and okay with what is happening right now. Okay. This is part of the lesson too. Part of the lesson is that, and it's also about us learning to have patience, because you know we ain't got no damn patience. Let's just be honest. Okay. All right. So when it comes to the outcome card, we got the 9 of Pentacles showing up. This is my bachelor or bachelorette card, you know, and I see, look at the face. I know this is spirit put this card on purpose, because spirit is funny. Okay, because look at the face. You just like, come on, spirit. Look, I feel like that spirit right there. You like, come on, spirit. You gonna give me the person or not? And I feel like that's the energy a lot of y'all are in now. But just hang on. Okay, hang on. It's gonna happen. That's why I said just immerse yourself so much into your life to where you're not even thinking about that, or if you start to feel down, start to do the visualization that we just talked about, you know, with the passion card. Imagine you and your person are together now and what you'd be doing and all this kind of stuff, because that's, like I said, it's manifestation 101, and that's gonna help you keep doing it until you get yourself to a happier state, so that you can stop sitting in the energy of you're alone and when is this person going to come. It will get you out of that and make you feel better about the situation. Okay. All right. So one of the cards that just fell, we've got sunglasses. It says watching, looking, you know, perception, stalking. So this person, they ain't went nowhere. Okay. I'm not talking about this person twin. We ain't talking about them. I'm talking about this new person. They haven't gone anywhere. This person still watches you. They still, you know, they're still loving you. They're still wanting to be with you. But like I said, they listen to their intuition. Okay, they're tapped in with spirit, and they're not going to move until it's time. Okay. But you have a life filled with romance that's headed towards you. Okay. So do everything, take this time to do everything in your power to prepare yourself. Do everything you can so that you have a lot you have a lot of healing and good things under your belt, because it's going to make you, a more assertive person. It's going to make you a more loving person. It's going to make you more open to this connection, because a lot of you are nervous. I hear you talk about it in the comments. Like some people are telling me that it's the time is coming for them to meet up with their person, like they've been talking to them on the phone or FaceTiming, or and things like that. And now they're getting ready to meet their person and they're nervous, right? So some things that you can do to help combat that, or like I said, loving on yourself, working on yourself, building up your confidence. Okay. If there's something about yourself that you can work on to be better, then start to focus on that. You don't have to, like I said, you don't have to make it a big thing. Just pick one thing. Like maybe you may want to start going to the gym, or maybe you may want to take a course on something. You got to do something to fill your life, Scorpio, because you have to realize that even when this person is in your life, remember what I told you about them, right? They're a boss. This is somebody who's all about their career, doing things that they need to do to, provide for themselves. And I also feel like part of it is in preparation to provide for you as well. But you still have to have your life even when you're in a relationship with somebody, because you're not going to be spending 24/7 together. They're going to have times where they're going to have to work on their shit, and you're going to have time. You're going to have times when you're going to have to work on yours. So you have to remember that it's not all about just a relationship. At the end of the day, work on your relationship with yourself, because the better your relationship is with yourself, the better your relationship is going to be with this person. Okay. All right. So we got the neglect wounds card. This is talking about the twins. So it's just talking about the repressed emotions that they don't want to tell you how they feel. Okay, let's move on. Okay, we've got long distance trip when it's coming to your person. So this is for your person. So they could be at a distance from you. Okay, there may need to be some travel on either end or both ends for the two of you to meet up with each other. And then we've got growth and expansion coming up. This always comes up because this is spirit saying that this connection is going to lead to a lot of growth between the two of you. Okay, because I told y'all that. Don't think that the growth is going to end. Y'all going to ride off into the sunset, and then there's not going to be any more growth, any more things happening. Because I think next week that's the next reading I'm going to do. We're going to talk about what life is going to be like between you and your person when the two of you come together. And then, like I told you, we're also going to do a reading. Maybe we'll do it the week after that, where we talk about where, what's going to happen with the exes, what they're going to be trying to do to insert themselves in between this connection. But like I said, if I were you, I would just, when the person came in, I just wouldn't say nothing to anybody. I would just enjoy my person and just, chill out. I mean, because eventually people are going to find out. We know this, right? Because that's just life, and life be lifing. But I feel like, take the time out when the two of you get together and just be together, and just don't tell anybody anything. You don't have to tell anybody anything when your person comes in. Don't matter. Okay, so now we're going to get some messages from spirit, and then we'll get some messages from the soulmate. Okay, there's a card that's turned over here, and I'm trying to see what it is. Hold on. Okay, there it is. Okay, it says mastery. You've learned the spiritual lesson. Okay, let me get some more. Bottom of the deck, fate. This is a destined partnership. So spirit is telling you, don't be losing hope and thinking that this person is not going to come in because of the holdup. Sometimes things happen, and you got to think about it. If it was you going through something that you needed the other person to wait, you would want them to be patient and wait, right? So just give them a chance to do what they need to do. Okay. So we've got leap of faith. Spirit is saying it's safe to make the move you're considering. Some of you may actually be physically moving. Then we've got decision. It's time to decide about this relationship. So like I said, just stay the course. Just wait and see what happens. Then we have chemistry. The attraction you feel is mutual. So it is not one-sided. You're not making up shit. I'm not making up stuff. This is coming from spirit. Okay. And we have obsession. You know who this is. Someone is in this connection is gripped by obsessive thoughts. We know who that is. We're just going to throw it to the side. Okay. So let's get some messages from your person. Let's see what they want to tell you. The soulmate. It says it is dark without you. Okay. So I feel like in part it's the grief too. The grief and the dark night of the soul. That's why they're saying this as well. They feel lonely. Okay, we've got no one understands me but you. And then we've got please do what is best for your heart. Okay. Because like I said, this person is always going to put you first in the connection. That's why those types of cards keep coming out, those types of messages. Okay. And then we have I'm hooked. I hope I make you as happy as you make me. Let me down sooner rather than later. But I don't feel like either one of you are going to be letting down the other person. Okay. You're both going to be hooked on each other. Okay, you've got you are my two of cups, you are my soulmate. We have true love is hard to find, but I found it with you. And then babe, I love you. I want to be with you. And let's get some more messages. Let's pull from here. Okay, we've got I'm so obsessed with you, please be mine. I want to give you my heart so badly, but I'm afraid. Like I told you, this person, I don't know, they're going through some stuff right now. They want to spend the rest of their lives with you, the rest of their life. You are this person's biggest wish. Okay. You belong together. And the two of you are about to reunite. Okay. And it's new. It's not anybody old. So don't come because I said reunite. Like I said, past life connection. Okay, now we're gonna get some love messages, romance, that romance angel oracle cards from spirit. See what they want to tell you. Okay, so I got you 3. So we've got free yourself. Okay, it says it's time to take back control of your life. So I feel like this is just spirit saying, don't like pin yourself down and just be like, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna live my life. I'm just gonna sit here and wait for this person. Don't do that, because that person is living their life, even if even if it's not with you right now at this time. Even if they got feelings for you, they still living their life. So you need to live yours. We have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. So these are things that you could be, taking a look at with this card. And then we have attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Okay. All right. Scorpio, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Scorpio. Hi, Scorpio. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at new love. I want to see what's going on with you and this new soulmate, okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, here we go, Scorpio. Overall energy for this week's reading is the Fool. Okay, so this is Aries energy. This is talking about, taking a leap of faith. Okay, I feel like a lot of you are ready to go. You like, come on, soulmate, let's go, let's jump, right? So underneath this is the Nine of Wands. So even though you're ready to take a leap of faith, both you and this person, I feel like may possibly still be sitting in this Nine of Wands energy, or some of you are, because the card is coming up. So this can just talk about, both of you, having a hard time when it comes to your love life. And you may have been at a point in your life, Scorpio, where you just wanted to give up. Because, like, look at the person. They got their helmet on the stairs. They're holding on to this last wand. But here in the past, I feel like this represents a lot of the quote unquote, what you would call, I guess, failures, or when things didn't work out in the past. And this is about you, taking out all those things and letting all that shit go. Okay. Underneath this is the High Priestess. This is Pisces energy. It is talking about, the need to listen to your intuition. Okay. So we have, what does it say? Darkness into darkness, the key to all mystery. So both you and this new person may see each other as a bit of a mystery with the High Priestess card, with this message on here. Okay. Then we have the Seven of Coins. This is normally the Seven of Pentacles. This is talking about, planting your seeds so you can, reap what you've sown. Okay. So I feel like, you are trying to better your life, do what you can to bring about a difference, bring about a change when it comes to your love life. And also with the Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Coins, this can talk about patience as well. So this is Spirit saying that you need to have patience, okay? That what's going to happen is going to happen when it's supposed to happen, okay? And then with the, what is this? The Four of Wands, we have this as well. This is a connection, of course, as I always tell you, that's headed into a higher level of commitment. Marriage card, you going into a portal. I feel like this is you shifting into a new timeline, into where you're finally going to be in a relationship, a love relationship, where you get treated right and where your person gets treated right. Okay. And with the Page of Cups, water sign, or someone with a lot of water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is the Pisces card. This can speak of somebody coming towards you, with a love offer, and it can also be an apology. Because I've said this many times, but I feel like for some of you, you may have had a false start with your soulmate, okay? And somebody may have stepped on the other person's toes, and this could be them coming back to apologize, or vice versa, okay? All right, so we are going to start by clarifying the Fool card. Hold on one second, because I turn this ear. Oh, I can't. Oh, dang it, I can't do it right now. I'm just gonna have to suffer through it. Okay, let's clarify the Fool. If it gets too bad, then I'll just have to cut the camera off so I can go turn on the air, because I got to do some stuff and I don't want to make y'all wait, because I got to plug it back up. Okay. Fool. Okay, so let me see what these are. Okay. Hold on. See, when they flipped, look, when Spirit gave to me, they threw them on the table like this, with this side showing it. I'm like, let me look at these cards. So this is about your twin, emotionally withdrawn, anger issues. We're not dealing with that, okay? And they're unawakened. We know that, okay? So let's try this again. The Fool, please. Okay, so this new person is going to bring you a lot of happiness, a lot of contentment. And then we've got the Loves Your Scent card here. So this person's going to love the way you smell. I don't know if it's your perfume. It could just be your body scent. This person, is going to love. Okay. So when it comes to you, we've got the Barrier card showing up here. Let me see why this is showing up. Okay. So this is Spirit just talking about, soul recognition. These two cards fell together. The one about the twin being unawakened and a barrier. So that could be what the barrier is too as well. The fact that this person, they're unawakened, so that it's going to be like, no, you can't come back. All right. Okay. But let me get one more card, because I'm trying to understand what they're wanting to tell me about this. Okay. Recognition and barrier. Okay, so I feel like in the past you've had a barrier to the things that have, the things you've really wanted when it comes to, the way you really wanted your love life to go is what Spirit is saying. And so you have somebody coming in that's going to recognize you, recognize your value, and vice versa. And this is going to be a situation where it's going to be unconditional love. This is going to be, a situation where there's a lot of affection and attraction, okay? A lot of self-love as well. So, loving yourself is only going to make this person love you even more, all right? Okay, so the card we have showing up for you, Scorpio, this week is the Three of Wands. This can talk about waiting for your ships to come in, and look how big that ship is. So it is almost here, okay? So you know what Spirit always tells you, don't wait around for this person. Live your life, because your days of being single are going to be, they're going to be, they're going to be gone soon, okay? So enjoy this single time, this time to be able to go do whatever you want to do while you can. Okay, we got the dark night of the soul showing up here. So for some of you, you may be going through one right now. You may be about to go through one, or this could just talk about you having gone through one in the past. Because remember, everybody's going to be at a different point in this situation. This dark night of the soul, they suck. It's a spiritual depression. For those of you who don't know what this is, it's a spiritual depression. It's like, the reason why I don't like them is because it does a lot of things normal depression does, where the things that you normally enjoy and things like that, it's like you don't care about them anymore when you're going through this, okay? But the beautiful thing about it is when you come out on the other side, you will be better for having had this happen to you, okay? I've been through a couple of them, so I know it's, they can be a mess. Let me just say this. Then we got the action card showing up here. So for some of you, you may have to go through a dark night of the soul in order to step into this action oriented thing. Because sometimes you got to go through this for you to see the things that you need to take up. You need to take action to change, is what I feel like Spirit is saying. That's not going to apply to everybody. Okay. All right. So let me get the Three of Wands for your person. Okay. The twin again. As a snake, always going around lying about things. We know that. Okay. Yeah. Confused. Distant, going separate ways. Okay. Hold on. Three of Wands. I just changed the deck. Because I'm like, we don't want to talk to them. They can go back where they are. Okay. So you and this new person may be at a distance. I told you this person could travel for work. They could be going, coming in and out. If you live in this, the same city, they could be coming in to, they may either live here or live where you live and be coming in and then going out to, to go to work or whatever. They could travel for work or whatever. But this can also speak of the two of you being at a distance. All right. Then we also have the patience card. So again, Spirit is telling you to be patient, because I know y'all are ready for your person to come in. I know it's frustrating, but just hang in there, Scorpio. Okay, just hang in. Okay, so the next card represents your person, where they are at this point. So we got the Ten of Swords showing up here. They've been betrayed. They got 10 swords to the back. They have been cheated on in some cases. It's a lot. It's a lot, because I feel like you were sitting in this energy as well when you dealt with that person that we're not going to talk about. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Ten of Swords. Okay. So you and this person are together. This soulmate are together in the 5D. That's why you get all those messages and things like that. And then we got the Two of Cups card showing up here. This is talking about your person. You and your person having a strong connection and a mutual attraction to each other. And the Two of Cups is also a soulmate card. Okay. So I feel like, whatever happened in this other connection with, or the last connection they were in, your person is wanting to start over and have a fresh start. And they're going to be coming in with communication, is what I feel like Spirit is saying. Okay. All right. Coming soon. All right. So when it comes to the energy between the both of you, we have the Parish card. I don't know, for some reason, YouTube don't want me, don't want us saying this word. So this card is Scorpio energy. It's your energy. It is talking about a transformation that's occurring on both. Your person could have Scorpio placements too. Let me say that. Okay, with this card, This, like I said, is talking about a transformation, a change in the way that your love life, will go from now on both sides of the connection with you and your soulmate. Okay, let's clarify. Okay. Okay. This your person showing up again. Okay. Talking about toxic love will sting you. All right. So your soulmate is going to be, they're telepathically sending you messages, love songs, those types of things. And they're working on their self insecurities. Okay. They're dealing with their stuff, like I said, in preparation for this union. When it comes to you, this person I feel like inspires you. I feel like you inspire them as well. And then we have this surrender card. Okay, so this is Spirit saying, if you haven't already done this, this is what you need to do. This is what's going to help with the transformation, is for you to surrender and just let go and let God, let go and let the universe do what it does. Okay, because none of us are in charge of what is going on now. Okay, this part of our life, this aspect of our life right now, we don't have any control over it. So it's just about buckle up, buttercup, because here we go. We're gonna ride on, and you just have to relinquish control and let Spirit do what they're doing. When you try to control this, one control freak to another, when you try to control this, you're only gonna slow it down. So if you don't want it to slow down any more than it already is, then it would behoove you to just take your hands off of it. Okay. All right. So when it comes to what is in your power to change, we have the 8 of Wands. This is Spirit saying whether or not you're going to communicate with this person. So if you want to be with them, this is about you opening up and letting them know how you feel. Okay. I'm not telling you to go balls to the wall and just open yourself up and tell them your whole damn life story the first night. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is for you to, you're gonna be afraid, Scorpio. You went through stuff. You got hurt, okay? But I just said this to Libra, and I'm gonna say this to you too. The way if you're ready to be in a relationship, think about how you feel with this person. If you feel comfortable, you gonna feel a little nervous. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, that there aren't gonna be any nerves at all, because even if you sit here now and you don't have nerves, when it come time for you to meet this person face to face, or for y'all to FaceTime, for you to talk on the phone and stuff, you're going to be nervous, because this is somebody that, even though you have soul recognition, you have past lives with them, they're still foreign to you right now. You still got to have the chance to get to know them, and they have to have the chance to get to know you. And then, like I said, coming off of the stuff that y'all came off of, yeah, you're going to feel a certain type of way. But what I'm saying is that when you think about this person, if all you feel is negative emotions, anxiety, and, oh my God, and you're overwhelmed and all this thing, then you still got to heal. That's how you're not ready, because, there needs to, you should be in a place where you feel you're anticipating it, where you're excited about it, but you're going to still feel a little nerves. I'm not telling you you're not going to have none at all, but you got to think about that. So if you feeling crazy when you thinking about this person, then that's a number one indicator that you need to go back and take a look at some stuff. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Yeah. So Spirit is telling you the answer is yes. This person is coming in. This is about you learning how to understand yourself, understand relationships, and understand this other person. Okay. All right. Let me get a card for your person. 8 of Wands. Okay. So we've got holiday love. So for some of you, this person could be coming in around Christmas time, which of course is next month. So it's not that far away. Okay. All right. So when it comes to the next card, this is what is not in your power to change. We got the Knight of Swords. Air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This card makes me smile, because it's like this person's going to come in out of nowhere, and ain't a fucking thing you can do about it. You don't know when, you don't know how, you don't know none of it. And like it makes me smile at one point to laugh because that's happening. And then on the other hand, I get pissed off because I'm like, I want to know. I want to know when and how and where and whatever. Because like I said, we control freaks. That's just us. That's just Scorpios. But with this Knight of Swords, like I said, it's supposed to be a surprise. This person is supposed to, it's a gift from spirit. And so they are supposed to come in a surprising way. Okay, let's clarify. Look, see, oh, look, see, coming in and look, on their knees, men make it fit, on their knees, ready to, you know, ask for your hand in marriage or to ask, for some higher level of commitment or ask for something. Okay. All right. Okay. This person has been through, like I said, a lot of painful experiences just like you have. And I just feel like this is both of you coming together and helping each other heal some of these wounds, okay? And look, you're going to be leaving a legacy, expecting, if you're not actually going to have children, you may give birth to certain things like a business or, you know, whatever mission work the two of you are going to come together to do, okay? Because both of you are going to do some stuff together, all right? Okay, so when it comes to, let me get this card. Let me get one of these. Yeah, this is about you being you, Scorpio. Oh, there's another card back here. This is about you being you, about you rising from the ashes like a phoenix, okay? Having a new phase in your life, you know, renewal and growth, you know, and rising from the ashes of what you went through, okay? Because it was horrible. It was bad. You know, it was something that had the potential to break you if you allowed it to do that, okay? But Spirit is telling you, have faith because love is coming. And you see here, it says, look, surprise invitation. I told you this person is supposed to be a surprise. That's why you don't know anything. And it's like you're going to be struck by love is what Spirit is saying, okay? All right, so the last card here is what action is in your highest interest, okay, to take. So we've got the Ten of Cups here. This is Spirit telling you to open yourself up to love, okay? You have love and happiness coming your way. And all you got to do is open to receive. And I know that's difficult for us to do because we you know, we like to give to other people. But as I tell everybody, think about how good it feels when you give to somebody and how good the other person feels when you give to them, right? Now flip it. Just like you have to realize that when someone wants to give to you and they're able to give to you, they feel the same way you do as you do when you give to them. So you have, just like, you know, I feel like when you're giving to someone, you're both giving each other a gift because, you know, it's making you feel good and it's making the other person feel good. So you have to start to open yourself up and allow other people to give to you as well. And I'm sure in the past you've tried to do that, but it was with the wrong people. So this person is coming in and Spirit is telling you with this Ten of Cups, this person is going to make it their mission to give to you as much as they possibly can and make you feel the way you've always wanted to feel in a relationship, okay? This person is a giver. They're just like you. So you're going to have to take turns and, you know, you receive a little bit and they receive a little bit because I feel like that's a lesson that the both of you need to learn, okay? All right, let's clarify. Let's see what that is. Okay, yeah. This is, you know, take the time while you're doing this, the solitude, sit in solitude and close out whatever cycles that you have left to close out, okay? Like I said, you don't have to let everybody know. That's what Spirit, that's why this moon is here. That's why this card is showing up here. Just go off to yourself and do what it is you need to do, okay? Because remember, I told you, if you don't feel excited, you feel overwhelmed, or you feel negative emotions when you should be feeling positive emotions about the new person, there's still work to be done. Okay, yeah. So take your time to yourself because, you know, both you and this person are going to be busy, okay? The stars are aligning for the two of you to come together, and it's going to be, you know, it's a situation where this person admires you. They admire your beauty or your handsomeness. Make it fit, guys, okay? All right, so let me get one more card here. Ten of Cups, please. Yeah. So we've got the coffee cup. So it says meeting and talking, savoring the moment, feeling elevated, building a friendship. So you and this person are going to build a friendship that's going to lead to more. Okay. It's going to lead to, you know, that higher level of commitment. Okay. All right. So let's get some messages from spirit. See what else they want to tell you about this reading and about this person. Okay. We got a little chunk that fell out here. It says sorrow, sadness, and regrets dwell in someone's heart. Then we have collaboration. There's a willingness for both parties to cooperate and unify. Okay. That, you know, I feel like that's y'all. Yeah, that's the two of y'all coming together. Okay. Get one more. It says fear. Fear is creating a delay in the forward progression of this partnership. Okay. If you're not afraid and your person is not afraid, you know who this is, right? Because we had the fear card come up, I think, earlier, didn't it? Or it might have been somebody, another read. Okay, hold on. Okay, it says caution. Someone is hesitant and being careful in how they proceed out of fear of making mistakes. I feel like this is your person, the soulmate. They're coming in like this. You know, they want to come in hot, but they taking their time because they don't want, like I said, they don't want to mess this up. Okay. And then there's the loyalty card. This is what your person wants. Remember, I told you, you got to make that list of what it is you want in the relationship, and your person has needs to communicate to you what they want as well. So the loyalty card here, this is what your person wants. Someone wants to be supportive and has your best interests at heart. So they're going to expect the same thing in return. Okay. And that's only fair. All right. So it's like the both of you are learning how to give to each other. Okay. Okay. And you get to practice on someone that understands, someone that loves to give and is not, you know, maybe not so good at receiving as well. Okay. Okay. So we've got, I love you. It says, my love for you is infinite. We are bonded in eternal love beyond space and time. Close your eyes and reach into this infinity. Know that it is real. I really want to reach out to you and tell you how I feel. The love I have for you in my heart, nothing can compare. None of it can compare with anything. Remember always, my love, that I love you. Okay. So like I told you, it's love. It's love, baby. It's love. It's good. Okay. And then we have protected. All right. Look, even the hands, look at this card. Even the hands are two different backgrounds, two different racial people, two different races. So it's saying protected. It's saying, I will always protect you, my love, even when we're together or not at this time. Even if we are together or not at this time. My higher self is always with you. I will always protect you and the love we share. I will keep boundaries around my heart that only you can cross. Okay. So this person is holding themselves just for you and ready just for you and not anybody else. You the only person they're looking at. Okay. So let's get some more messages. Okay, so it says, I love our deep conversations. They open up my mind. Okay, so like I told you, y'all are going to be talking a lot and deep, because you got to tell the person, you got to make sure they understand where you came from and vice versa, right? So, and I told you, there's going to be a lot of eye-opening moments where you're going to be like, oh my God, that happened to you too. So like I said, you will be with somebody. Spirit is blessing you with someone who will completely understand your situation. Okay. So it says, I can't help mentioning you to my close friends or family members. So this person talks about you to other people. Okay. And then it says, you appear often in my dreams. They dream about you. And I feel like I told you, they think about you every day, all day long. It's like you the first thing that this person thinks of when they wake up and the last thing at night before they go to sleep. Okay. Get one more. So many things remind me of you. It's crazy. Okay. All right. Let me get a unsent letter. If one will come out. Okay. I want to always be your reason. You ask me how you got so lucky, but my love, the lucky one is me. So this person feels like, you're their, their good luck charm. You're the, their reason for, I guess, for being, and the two of you being together. Okay. All right. Let me see. Get just a few more, and then we're gonna I'm gonna get the Black Hollywood Romance Angel Oracle cards. Okay. I dream of you most nights. I'm always with you, even when you think I'm not. I will always come back to you. Like I said, this person ain't going nowhere. I think about you all the time. It's gonna be one of them relationships where when you get mad, Scorpio, this person gonna be like, I ain't going nowhere. So you can get mad, you go get mad, and I'll be here when you get back. It's gonna be that type of relationship. And then it says, I take you with me wherever I go. So this person, like I said, you always on this person's mind. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's get these romance oracle cards, and then I'm gonna let you go. Okay. What Spirit wants to tell you. Okay, so we have deeper intimacy. It says the feelings of emotional closeness and love allow you to feel safe, desired, and more connected to your partner. Okay. Then we have slow down. See, there it goes. Just because we want something so badly doesn't mean we have to rush into it. Take a moment to talk with your partner or yourself to reflect on what is best. Okay, but Spirit is just telling you, stop trying to force it. Just let it happen. Okay. It's just one of them things where you just going to have to just completely forget about it and just be like, whatever. Okay. Then we've got family and friends. It says the support of family and friends may help strengthen this connection. Okay. What's on the bottom of the deck? It says love at first sight. See, I told you this person loved you the minute they saw you. The instant gravitational pull you two felt when first meeting lets you know that this is a soul connection. Okay. All right, Scorpio, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Scorpio. Hi, Scorpio. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we are going to delve deeper into your relationship with you and this new love, this soulmate, by taking a look at two different perspectives on your relationship. So we're going to see what how your person sees this connection and how you see this connection. Okay. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. This one too? Okay. Okay, here we go, Scorpio. So overall energy for this week's reading, okay, is the Emperor, Aries energy. So this is your person. This card is representing your person. Like, they're standing in their power. They know their worth. And it's about you getting in the same energy as the Empress or Emperor. Doesn't matter, guys, make it fit so that, the two of you can come together. This is about both of you aligning into the same energy, okay? Then we've got the Temperance card showing up here. This is Sagittarius energy. It is all about balance, right? It's about this connection being healing between the both of you as well. All right. But first and foremost, Spirit is talking about, the fact that you balance yourself to align and your person balances themselves to align. Okay. With the Seven of Wands, this is about you, basically guarding your energy and guarding your peace of mind and not allowing any and everybody to come into your energy, because I feel like in the past, Scorpio, you've let a lot of people in that didn't deserve to be in. Okay. And a lot of it, I feel like, has to do with the things that you've experienced in the past, because when you don't have good role models, or you didn't experience good, people who knew what they were doing, the way they were navigating in relationships. If you didn't experience that, okay, because a lot of people don't, we don't have a manual here, so everybody's doing the best that they can. But because you didn't experience the proper way of things, I feel like because of that, you've had a lot of experiences where you've had people come in and just be all kinds of ways. And you didn't realize in the beginning how to vet these people to know what is going on with them and, see the red flags and know them for what they are. Okay. Then we've got the Knight of Pentacles showing up here. This is an earth sign or someone with a lot of earth in their chart towards Virgo, Capricorn. This is talking about, your love offer, the love offer that you have for your person, the one your person has for you. They're moving towards you slowly. You and this person are moving together very slowly as you balance and align yourselves. Okay. All right. So we're going to start by clarifying this Emperor card. Give me 1 second. Okay. Emperor, please. Okay, so we've got 2 cards that fell here for you. So we have summertime showing up and we have self-worth. So some of you this person may have first seen you in the summertime this past year, or this could represent you and this person coming together or coming into a committed connection around the summertime of this next year. Okay, but this is about self-worth. So I feel like, Spirit is just saying that in order for you to sit in this energy, right, the Emperor or the equivalent, which is the Empress, this is about you sitting in this energy, knowing your power, knowing your worth. Okay. All right. So you've got to love yourself in order to be able to sit in this energy. Okay. Because that's what this screams. Okay. Let me tell you this. Let me give you an example. Think about somebody that you really like. Think about that person, right? One of the reasons why you really like that person, I don't care if it's a situation where this is a platonic relationship. It could be somebody in your family we talking about, or like I said, it could have been someone you were in a relationship with in the past. If there is somebody that you really like, pay attention to them how they move, the way they talk about themselves, all those things. Because usually if you really like somebody, it's because they really like and they really love and respect themselves. So that is I'm telling you all of this to tell you that the energy that you sit in, okay, when you talk about how you feel about yourself, you're putting it out there to other people, and that's what they're picking up on. So the fact that you're coming into alignment with this person and you've already got feelings for them and they already have feelings for you, this is part of the reason why. Because it's because you're doing the healing that you need to do. Your person is doing the healing that they need to do. And they love, honor, and respect themselves. And I feel like, most of you are doing that to yourself. If you're not, Spirit is telling you, you got to get on that. You got to learn how to love, honor, and respect yourself. Because if you don't have no self-worth, you're not going to have the type of relationships that you want to have. Okay. And I feel like that was, part of the lesson that you had to learn with these bad relationships is you're going to be doomed to repeat it until you get it, until you realize. And then once you get into this relationship with this person, Scorpio, you have to remember that you are not to drop whatever you're doing with self-love. Like I told you, I do self-love every day. Okay. Meditation and self-love, those 2 things. If I don't do nothing else to work on myself, I do those things every day. And when I get into a relationship with my person, I'm going to double down on the fucking self-love. Let me say it to you like this. Okay. Because if you don't have self-love, it's going to be hard for you to sustain anything, any relationship, anything that you're trying to bring into your life to make your life better. It's going to be damn near difficult for you to sustain it if you don't identify as someone who deserves it. Okay. And the way you identify like that is by loving yourself. Okay. Like I told you, that's the missing piece. That's the key. That's what everybody be out here looking for. They looking for it. Like I told you, y'all looking for the love on the outside. And I was like that too. I was doing the same thing as well. But the secret is that you need to be loving on yourself. You need to be looking for the love from yourself. So now that's what I'm looking for. Because when I get down or I get hurt or I have bad days and stuff like that, that's what I do. I run back to myself and I love on myself and I coddle myself. And that's what y'all need to be doing. You need to be your own best damn friend. That's what you need to do. Okay. All right. So look, when it comes to I pull these cards for your person, but you know who this is, right? This is your twin trying to come in. They sorry. They, yeah, whatever. Forgiveness. Yeah. Okay. So let's move on. But you do need to forgive them though. We don't care about them being sorry. Who cares? But you need to forgive them for you. This don't have nothing to do with them. We're not worrying about them. Okay. Let me see if I can pull some more cards. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So your person, I'm getting this card for your person, like for your person for every sign. So they are reliving the past. Okay. They're wanting to get into this relationship with you and be attached, with you in this connection. And so they are preparing themselves for that by going through, combing through their past and do the things, looking at the things they need to look at. Okay. All right. So the first two cards we're going to take a look at represent how both you and your person represent yourselves in this connection. So for you, you're showing up as the Queen of Cups. This is Scorpio energy. That's what I'm talking about. All right. This is saying that you have a lot of love to give. Okay. This is talking about your psychic abilities, the fact that you got it going on. Because look at Scorpio. Scorpio is beautiful or handsome. Make it fit, guys. And so that's your cup. You carrying around your cup of love, but who gets it depends on who treats you the best. That's what the answer needs to be. Okay. Who is going to treat Scorpio the best? That's who going to get this damn cup. It don't need to go to necessarily the highest bidder, but it needs to go to the person with the best treatment, the person who's going to put you first, the person who's going to see you above all, because that's what you want at the end of the day. Okay. And then that's why I told you got to take your time and go slow and allow this person to show you who they truly are, and to allow them to court you, allow them to, or allow them, or they need to allow themselves to be courted, guys. Those of you that are watching, because I know a lot of guys watch me as well. So this is about you stepping into that energy of receiving good treatment, okay? Of receiving love from somebody, of receiving the equal love and the equal give and take that you've always deserved, okay? All right, let's clarify. Okay, yeah, this is about, letting go of the pride and ego, right? Letting go of the pride and ego, because you can love yourself and not be prideful. This is about loving yourself, being humble about it, because you are going through a reinvention, okay? And so you are becoming the type of person who is, capable of receiving this relationship and, keeping it for the rest of their lives. It's like I told you, it's how you identify. So you got to start to identify as a woman or a man who has these types of relationships, who has relationships where people, worship the ground they walk on, or, bend over backwards for them, or, go above and beyond for them. This is the way you need to represent. These are the things you need to be telling yourself. Okay. So when it comes to your person, okay, and how they represent, baby, the 10 of Cups. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So this person ain't fucking around. They like, come on, baby. I got this cup for you. I got 9 more for you if that's what you want. Okay. So this person is here. And they mean it. They serious. Like I told you, this person is full of good intentions when it comes to you and this connection. So let's clarify. So yeah, they're going to want to spend time with you, get to know you. And then, this is about them being patient, because they know that good things come to those, who are patient, not just those who wait, but those who are very patient. And so I feel like they don't mind the wait, because they feel like you're worth it. Being with you, you're the one that they want to be with, and they don't care how long it takes. They're going to be there, when the time comes. Okay. All right. So when it comes to the next placement, we're going to take a look at, this is how you see each other. So this is how you see your person, as justice. Okay. This is the Libra energy. You see this person as a balancing force in your life. You also see this person as your karmic justice, meaning that you've been good and bent over backwards and done all these things for these people in the past. And this is the good coming back to you. Because remember, I used to tell y'all a long time ago, like you put the love and the good things out into the universe, Don't worry about where it's going to come back, because when you least expect it, it's going to come back in a good way. And this is it. This is your reward for all of the beautiful things that you've done for other people. Okay. All right, let's clarify. Okay, so you're having a lot of time to yourself with the solitude card. This is like the hermit. So I feel like, you are doing the work you need to do on yourself. And then we've got the regret card. So you may be regretting, Scorpio, a lot of the different ways you moved, a lot of the things you've experienced. And Spirit is telling you don't do that. Okay. What happened the way it happened, and it couldn't have happened any other way. Because if it could have, it would have happened that way. Okay. It would have happened the other way and not the way that it did. So Spirit is telling you, let go of these regrets. This is not just about you forgiving other people. You need to also forgive yourself. That's what I feel like, with this forgiveness card. That's what we're talking about too. You learning how to forgive yourself and your mistakes, because you're not, no one's perfect. Like I told you, we don't have no manuals out here on how to do things the right way. Oh, well, we do, but you know what I mean. You don't come here with a manual knowing exactly how to do everything right. Because if that was the case, then what are you doing here? There's nothing for you to learn, right? So be easy, be gentle with yourself, and know that you're a human being and you are going to make mistakes just like everybody else does. But this is about you picking yourself up, dusting yourself off, and realizing that it's okay. You can still move forward. Everybody's been here, okay? You're not the only one, all right? Okay, so when it comes to your person and how they see you, okay, the Knight of Swords. So air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This is talking about them seeing you as someone with, whom they can come in and sweep off their feet. This person is wanting to roll out the red carpet and do all the beautiful things for you, court you and everything else. Or like I said, allow themselves to be courted if they're a female, all right? So this is about balancing the situation, all right? Because there is change coming, all right? So y'all gotta, you gotta roll. I hear oh God, that song, The Right Time to Roll With Me. That's what I hear in my head. So that's like Spirit is saying, you gotta roll with the situation. This situation, may come in out of nowhere, and you gotta be prepared for it. So that's why we talk about you doing the things you need to do to in preparation for it. So when it comes to where we at? How you both feel about the relationship. We've got the Seven of Cups showing up here. So the Seven of Cups can talk about, options, choices, and feeling confused. So a lot of you may be confused about this situation because you're wondering, what comes next after this person comes. How are you going to know who this person is? As I've told y'all, we're going to go over it a little bit, especially for the new people. It's just going to be a short little excerpt, okay? This is how you know who the person is. Their treatment of you. This person's going to come in treating you, putting you first, okay? They're going to prioritize you in this relationship. This person's going to be honest with you about how they feel. They're going to expect the same thing in return. They're going to be loyal. They're going to be devoted. This person will admire you. This person is going to be a boss, okay? So like a CEO, they could be a millionaire. They, or have a lot of money, okay? But to me, that's neither here nor there. Because it's at the end of the day, it's how the person treats you. I don't give a fuck what you got, but you got to treat me right. That's what it is for me at the end of the day. I don't care about, because money can come and go. Other things can come and go. At the end of the day, it is about the person and the type of relationship you have with them. I feel like that's the way I see it. But with this Seven of Cups, this is about you, trying to maneuver through this situation and figure out. But like I said, listen to your intuition. That's what your intuition is there for. And Spirit is going to let you know if the person that you're with is the right person or the wrong person. That's why I tell you, go slow, take your time, and don't be afraid to set those boundaries. I told you, make that list about what you are wanting, what you're requiring in a relationship. And don't be afraid to let this person know. Because like I told you, you got to come in being yourself, because this is about this person loving you authentically and you loving them authentically, okay? For who they are and for who you are. Let's clarify. So we've got awakening, okay? So both of you are going through an awakening so you can get through the barriers that have been blocking you from the type of love you both want, okay? So when it comes to your person, and how they feel about the relationship. We got the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords can talk about having your head stuck in the sand, refusing to see certain things. And I feel like your person wants to get out of that. They see this relationship as a way of freeing themselves from that, not having it. You know how you feel like, because of the things you've experienced, you feel like you can't relax. Like every situation you're in, you got to be on, and you gotta be using 100% discernment, trying to figure people out, all this type of stuff, because you feel like you can't trust. And so I feel like with this card, that's what Spirit is saying, that this person is communicating, that the fact that, they're ready for that to be done. They're looking for their person with whom they can relax, okay? And they can let go and know they can trust this person. They don't have to worry, about the red flags and all this kind of stuff, because they have used their discernment. You're the one that they're supposed to be with. Like I told you, they watch you. That's why they watch you like that, because they're trying to make sure that what they're seeing is aligning with their intuition, okay? Because their intuition is telling them that you would make a great, a beautiful life partner, but they're just looking because of all the shit they've been through, just like you would be, okay? And trying to make sure that the two things align, all right? Let's clarify. Okay, so we got the past life connection. Look at the two of y'all mirroring each other. Look, we got the regret card here. We got the regret card here too. So is it both of you have regrets about the way things went down? And I understand that. That's normal. But don't carry this around with you, okay? Like I said, this is a past life connection. That's why we always talk about reunion. I say reconciliation. We use a lot of REs in front of a lot of words. And the reason why is because of the past life, okay? I'm saying this for the new people as well. So the regret card, Spirit is saying the same thing that they said to you. It's time to just let this go. Things happen. You learn what you learn. That's why pencils have erasers, right? So that if you make a mistake, you can learn from it and move on, okay? All right. Okay, so when it comes to what you're both wanting from the relationship, look, the sun, Leo energy. So you're wanting happiness. You want to be happy. You want to be with your soulmate. You want you and this person to have an amazing relationship, okay? Let's clarify. Like I said, you want all the feels, and I love that. You want all the feels, and I feel like y'all deserve it, okay? So we've got, hold on. Let me get one more. The sun. Okay, so of course you and this person are mirroring each other. We have the family card here. Okay, so this can talk about blending families, or the two of you coming together and having a family with each other. And then we have the nostalgia card, which is talking about, you thinking a lot about the past. I feel like you are combing through a lot of your memories and putting certain things to rest. Okay, so when it comes to your person and what they want from the relationship, they're wanting a second chance when it comes to their love life with the Judgment card. This is Scorpio energy, your energy. So let's clarify. Okay, so we have distance. So you and this person could be at a distance. This could also be, world travel, like this person wanting to travel the world with you. Then we have unhealthy patterns. This is something else that this person is working through, because maybe their unhealthy patterns in the past leaked into their relationships in the past, and they're trying to, work through those things so it doesn't happen this time. And then we've got storm brewing. This is the equivalent of the Tower card, and it's talking about, this person breaking down this old foundation so that they can rebuild again. Okay. All right. So when it comes to the last placement, it's how you and this person see a possible future together, the Fool. So you're ready to take that leap. I think it's beautiful. You ready, you waiting for this person to come on their side, to come to their cliff, the edge of their cliff, so that the both of you can jump together. Okay. Let's clarify. Ooh. Okay, this is about balancing the scales. Again, this is like the Justice card. Okay, it's also about you stepping into this divine feminine energy or divine masculine energy. Make it fit, guys. Okay, for some of you, this person is going to be coming in the winter, which is in the next couple of months. Okay, and then we have the fresh start card, where you and this person are going to be able to begin again, and start anew and really have a healthy relationship with each other. Because I don't feel like either one of you have ever had a healthy relationship with, a healthy romantic relationship. Okay. All right. So when it comes to your person and how they see the possible future, they've got the King of Swords showing up here. Air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This is talking about, your person wanting the truth, communication, independence, okay? Meaning they want a healthy, interdependent relationship. They don't want to be in a relationship where there's codependence, where the two of you feel like you can't function without each other. This is about you coming together and leaning on each other in times of need, but also going out and, living your life outside of the connection. I'm talking about like career wise and things like that, taking care of business and coming back home at the end of the day, knowing that you got your person there, and that if you having a bad day, or, for whatever reason, that person is there and they've got your back and you have theirs. Okay. Let's clarify. Yeah. See, I told you this person is in love with you. They've got, karma to deal with, and their lessons that they have to learn as well. So this love is built, this new type of love that they're experiencing for you is built on these lessons that they had to learn. Okay. It's built off the back of them. Okay. So now we're going to get some messages from Spirit. We're going to see what else they want to tell you about this reading, Scorpio. Okay, so we have, there's the Ten of Pentacles showing up again. Okay, it just showed up earlier. It's showing up again. So it is talking about, you and this person are going to be building financial security for yourself and your family. Okay, passing on knowledge, peace, and contentment with life. You and this person are going to have the potential to have a very happy life, a very lucrative life together as well. Okay, then we have the Magician. Spirit is saying you have all the skills, tools, and abilities that you need in order to manifest what it is you want in life. It's about you aligning to what it is you want. Okay, so I tell you, it says Spirit is saying magic is alive in your life. What you need to be a success will manifest. If you believe it, you can do it. So this, like I told you, is how you identify. If you identify as somebody that gets what they want, you're going to get what you want. If you identify otherwise, that's what you're going to get. Okay. All right. So let's get some messages from your person. See what they want to tell you. Let's do this thing first. Okay. You're the first thing this person thinks about when they open up their eyes. You're the best thing that's ever happened to them. They can't imagine a life without you. Even though you're not with them, their love for you grows every day. Okay. They crave you. And then we've got, they didn't know what love felt like until you came along. Okay. Like I said, you have opened this person's eyes up in a lot of ways. They didn't ever think, they didn't never realize were possible. Okay. So we've got hopeful showing up here. It says, I know we will be together again. I hope we can put the past and the bad times behind us and start again. I think this is from your person. Okay, this is from the twin. I don't know how the hell they got into this deck, but okay. Let me get another card. Okay. Okay, so we got 3. It says soon. It says we will be together in the near future. Our reunion is imminent, and I'm doing all I can to be ready for you. I am working hard on myself to be a better provider for you. I hear you call for me, and I'm coming back to you. This is my promise that soon we will reunite again. So they feel your soul calling out for them. Okay. Then we have surprise here. It says, I am planning to surprise you soon with a gift from the heart. Get ready to receive something special soon that expresses how I feel about you. The gift could come in any form in the physical or spiritual realms, and it will bring us closer. The romantic gesture, 3D communication, or telepathic communication is on its way to you. Okay. So then we have hold me. It says, I need to feel your arms around me. Things are not right in my world, and I'm longing for your embrace today. Please send me your love so that I know everything will be okay. Okay? All right. We're going to get a few more messages, and then we'll get the oracle card before I let you go. Okay. It says, I won't ever give up on you. So like I said, this person is down. They want to be with you forever. This is going to be somebody that's telling you they ain't going nowhere. When y'all argue and have disagreements or whatever, they're going to be like, not going nowhere. I'm going to be right here. When I'm truly ready, I will come to you. And then we have, I often imagine what it will be like whenever you and I come together. Okay. So that's why I tell you, imagine it, get excited about it, Think about how you want this life to be, your life to be with this person, because that's how you manifest, okay? All right, so we've got, this could be the one. Spirit is saying you've already met the romantic partner you seek. That's why I'm telling you, a lot of y'all looking at this person's face, probably on a regular damn basis, talking to them, and they got you fooled, and you don't even realize this is what's going on until they come forward and let you know how they feel. Then we've got give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. So, Spirit is telling you, if you're going to be in it all the way. Don't go into it afraid, because you're going to make mistakes. It doesn't matter how tentatively you step into it, but just take your time. Take your time. There are going to be hiccups, because it's a relationship. It's like anything else. You're going to have ups and downs, peaks and valleys. Okay. All right, Scorpio, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Scorpio. Hi, Scorpio. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to delve further into this relationship that you have with this new love with the soulmate by doing another reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. 1 second. Okay. Okay. Overall energy for this week's reading is the Devil. So this is Capricorn energy. I feel like this is talking about passion. The passion that you have for this person and the passion that they have for you. The soulmate is what I'm talking about. Okay. Underneath this is the Two of Wands. This is talking about you being at a crossroads, your person being at one as well, and both of you having to make the decision. And I feel like both of you are going to choose each other. Okay. With the Four of Cups, this normally, is talking about having a missed opportunity, feeling bored, feeling, like depressed, angry even about the way your love life has gone down. But, Spirit is showing you have a new opportunity coming in that is your soulmate. And I feel like a lot of you, you recognize that and you're wanting to move towards it. Okay. With the Nine of Swords, this can talk about worry, crying, nightmares, sleepless nights. You could be worried because for some of you, this is taking longer than you thought it would for your person to show up. But Spirit is telling you, you're not alone. You're not going through this alone. And that when the time is right, your person will show up. Okay. With the Knight of Swords, this is an air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Their spirit right there. I feel like your person is being guided to come in when the time is right. They're going to come in out of nowhere. They're going to sweep you off your feet. You're not supposed to know when this person comes in. It is supposed to be a surprise. Okay. Whether you like surprises or not. Let's start by clarifying the Devil. Okay. Okay. So you've taken the action that you were guided to take by Spirit, because the birds for me always represent Spirit for me. So you've walked away from situations that were no longer serving you. And then we also have the friend zone card here. You have friend zone people who you feel like were not, contributing to your situation the way that you wanted them to. So let's read these cards. Walking away. It says walking away isn't failing. It's choosing yourself. When the path no longer serves you, it's time to move on. Okay. I feel like a lot of you have recognized that and you did that. And then you have friend zoned people where, people with whom I feel like you wanted romantic relationships with in the past. So it says one of you wants more, but the other one only sees this as a friendship. You can't force chemistry when it's not there. Okay. I feel like this is talking about how your connection with this twin has changed, where It came from you wanting to be in a love relationship with them to now you being like, hell, I don't even want to fucking be your friend. but I am just letting you go and moving on because I realize how incompatible we are. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's pull some cards for your person. So your person is learning to read between the lines when it comes to their life and the things that they've experienced. And then we also have finality. Okay, so they're walking away as well. It says farewells, leaving things behind and having closure. Okay, that's what they're doing. Then we have influences. It says attachments, third parties, peers. They're walking away from these influences that they were, surrounded by before in the past. Okay. So the first question we're going to take a look at is talking about the cards that represent your love for this new person. So you're showing up as Justice, which is Libra energy. Okay. And then the 10 of Pentacles. So you are ready for a balance. Okay. For you to get your karmic justice and for you and this person to go all the way. You and this person are going to be a power couple. As I've told you before, you're going to start businesses. You may start a family with each other, but there's going to be about, money, a lot of love and a lot of legacy. Okay. Let's clarify. Justice in the 10 of Pentacles, please. Okay, so we've got the conclusion card showing up here, because it is going to be the conclusion for you because I feel like, you and this person are headed towards a commitment. Okay. Then we also have the open relation card. It says an open relationship isn't for the faint-hearted. Set clear rules, communicate, be respectful of boundaries and explore with care. I don't feel like this is what this card is talking about. This could represent, so it could be somebody that's okay with an open relationship, but I don't feel like this is what Spirit is talking about. I feel like Spirit is bringing this like a 3 of Swords situation, or a 3 where one of the people is you, one is the twin, and one is your soulmate, and you having to make the choice. I don't feel like that's what Spirit is talking about. You wanting to have an open relationship. I don't get that from that card at all, even though that's what it's saying. Okay. All right. Or some of you, let me say this. Some of you have come from situations where your person was in an open relationship and you were dragged into one without your permission and without your knowledge of it until after the fact. Okay. Let me say that too. Okay. All right. So the next question or the next placement is talking about this new person's love for you. Okay. The soulmate. So Queen of Cups, they're showing up as, this is a water sign or someone with a lot of water in their chart. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is Scorpio energy when this shows up for me. And this is Spirit saying that this person has a lot of love for you. They have a lot of love to give and they're wanting to give it to you and you alone, not nobody else, like some of these other people that both of you have dealt with in the past. Okay. All right. Queen of Cups. Yeah. This person wants depth. Okay. They want, awareness. They want you to be, both of you to be aware of what is happening in this connection, to value each other and to see the importance of the both of you in this connection. Okay. All right. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. So this is about, putting an end to the withholding because you're both stepping into a, new timeline or a new situation where you both are going to be able to relax, trust one another, and slowly open up. Okay. All right. So the next question we're going to take a look at represents, how does your past affect this relationship? Okay. Scorpio, for those of you that are already in it and for those of you who are about to get into the connection. We got the Page of Wands, fire sign or someone with a lot of fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We also have the 8 of Pentacles and we've got the 2 of Swords. Okay. It fell reversed. So I feel like what Spirit is saying is that, you're coming out of a season where you've had your head stuck in the sand. You've been refusing to look at certain things. And I feel like you all about looking at it now. You're very discerning. You're looking at, the patterns that have occurred in your past. And, you're doing the work on yourself with this 8 of Pentacles. okay, to prepare for this new connection. And with the Page of Wands, you know, you are excited about the communication that's coming towards you. You are curious about getting to know this person. You know, I feel like you're just ready. There's a lot of passion. You have a lot of passion for this person. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Okay. Yeah. See, look. Oh, your communication. So there's communication coming. Okay. Some of you are already with your person and the two of you are communicating. Okay. But you got to get past this, Scorpio, this afraid to love. It says it's natural to guard your heart. But remember, every leap of faith is a chance for a beautiful landing. Okay. So if you don't try, if you don't take the leap, you know, look, a lot of you leapt with this old person, this twin. So if you can do it for them, who the person that wasn't worth it, then I feel like you got one leap left in you for this new person. Okay. I'm all about this new person. I'm the salesperson for the new person because this is what you've always wanted. So don't let this slip through your fingers. Okay. All right. Next placement is talking about your person, the soulmate's love for you. Not the soulmate's love for you. I'm sorry. How does your soulmate's past affect your current relationship? That's what I mean. Okay. Okay. So this person has always wanted love. They've been waiting for it all their life. Okay. And I feel like finally it's about to show up. What they want is about to show up. Okay. They have planted the seeds for that to happen. They've been through the inner and outer conflicts, the competition. They're willing to do what is necessary in order to see this come to fruition. Okay. Let's clarify. Yeah, this person wants to have a second chance when it comes to love. They want, reconciliation, making amends, opportunity. Okay, new opportunities and reconciliation. For those of you new people, this is someone you had a past life with. That's why we're talking about reconciliation. We are not talking about somebody from the past. Okay, another lifetime, not this one. Then it says fantasy. It says daydreaming, imagining, fantasizing. This person daydreams and fantasizes about you all day long, every day, I feel like. Okay, let's clarify a little bit more. Yeah, your person is working on, healing their inner childhood wounds. Okay. This could also talk about their desire to want to procreate and have children, have a family with you. All right. Okay. Next placement we're going to look at represents your love, how it's going to be in the present when you come together, or for those of you who are together with your person now, how it is. Okay. So we got the Knight of Wands, fire sign or someone with a lot of fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have the Hermit, which is Virgo energy, and the Wheel of Fortune. This is Sagittarius. So Spirit is telling me this connection is destined. Okay. It is with your soulmate. All right. You both are, using this time with the Hermit energy to heal. And, you're doing that so you can step into this Knight of Wands energy and take the risk to come towards each other and to unite in this new connection. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Yeah. See, Spirit is telling you, have patience. Okay. All things come in at the right time when it's supposed to come. Okay. All right. So we've got the possessiveness card falling. It says someone here is holding on too tightly and is starting to suffocate the connection. Love shouldn't need to cage or claim you. This could be talking about, for some of you, your person, they going to have some possessiveness. Let's be honest. Okay. Because they ain't going to want nobody messing with their person. They feel like you're the one. They're not wanting you to be. And I'm not talking about, you can't talk to nobody else. And that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, people trying to get at you. They're not going to want that. They're going to have a problem. Like when this twin tries to come back towards you, male or female, this person's not going to have it. Okay. I also feel like this possessiveness card could talk about the way this twin was. Like they don't want anybody else to have you, but they don't want to be in a connection solely with you by themselves. Okay. Which to me makes no fucking sense. Okay. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next placement, which is talking about how your love together is going to be in the future with this soulmate. Okay, yeah. See, so it's going to evolve into the lovers, Gemini energy, and we've got the Ace of Wands. You're going to have, the passion is going to grow the longer you're together. And with this lovers card, like I said, you're going to vibe with this person on every level, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. You're making the choice. You're going to choose this person every day. If you want this connection to work, that's how it goes. Both of you have to continue to choose each other and choose the relationship every single day. Okay? All right, let's clarify. So we've got breaking point. It says limit, final straw, overwhelmed. So we're going to be done with all this stuff. People pushing you to your breaking point and, trying to see what they can get out of you, because you're stepping into a period of loyalty where there's going to be trust, reliability, and you both of you believing in each other and believing in yourselves. Okay. Okay. One more card. Okay, Spirit is telling you you are not alone through this journey, and to ask for guidance if you need help, okay? Let me get one more card. And then, it's about illumination. You and this person are really going to have, I feel like a lot of things that are in the dark are going to come to light. You're going to understand a lot about each other. I feel like there are going to be questions that you have that your person has the answer to, and vice versa. Questions that your person has that you have the answer to, because the two of you are like puzzle pieces fitting together. Okay. All right. So the next placement we're going to look at represents the outside challenges that you're going to need to overcome. Okay. Okay. We have the Emperor, Aries energy, Three of Pentacles, okay, and then the Two of Cups. So I feel like one of the outside challenges is going to be this twin trying to come back, because the Two of Cups for a lot of people represents the twin flame dynamic. I don't say it is. I say this is a soulmate card for me. But I feel like when I first saw this, that's what came to mind. So I feel like Spirit is saying, you making the choice to choose your soulmate over this twin, okay, with the Two of Cups, because like I said, the both of you have a strong connection, mutual attraction with each other. And then, it is about the two of you coming together, compromising, being a team, building the type of relationship you're both wanting to have. And then with the Emperor card, this is Aries energy, standing in your power and knowing your worth, okay? All right. Okay, we have travel partner. So it says you found someone who travels at your pace. There's harmony in the way you navigate the world together. Okay. Then we have sharing space. So this is talking about the two of you traveling together. This one is talking about the two of you living together. Whether it's moving in or feeling like home in each other's presence, you're aligning on a domestic level. All right. So they're going to be, I told you and this person are going to vibe on many, many, many different levels. Okay. I don't feel like you've ever experienced clicking with someone the way that you're going to click with this person. Okay. Yeah. It's going to cause, like I said, when the two of you come together, it's going to cause a tower moment, because this is about you breaking down your old foundations. Okay. And opening up new possibilities. Okay. Being free spirited, having a lot of adventures, taking a lot of risks. Okay. Get a card on your person's side. It's flying out. And then there's going to be the end of rejection, the end of you feeling left out, the end of you feeling like nobody understands you. All of that shit's going to be gone for good. Okay. All right. So the last thing we're going to look at is how you can strengthen your weaknesses as a couple. Okay. Okay. So what Spirit is saying, we have the Knight of Cups, water sign, is someone with a lot of water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and the 10 of Swords. So I feel like what Spirit is saying is putting an end to things that no longer serve you, turning your back, like getting rid of all these swords, all these times you've been stabbed in the back and your person's been stabbed in the back, healing those things and letting them go, okay? And not living from that pain, letting that pain go and realizing all of that pain was to teach you a lesson. And with this Knight of Cups, this is about you stepping into this type of energy with your person, always being open, always having your heart on your sleeve, always letting them know exactly how you feel, always laying everything out on the table and them doing the same for you. Okay? All right. Yeah. See, it's about you refocusing is what Spirit is saying. Yeah. And putting an end to that feeling trapped. Okay. Feeling trapped isn't part of the love deal. If there's no key in sight, it might be time to break free. So this is about you getting out of relationships where you feel like somebody's got you trapped. You know, you're stuck in something where you're being mistreated and you don't know how to get out of it. This is like the devil to me, the devil card. Okay. But we're not talking about the positive part of the devil where I told you can talk about a very passionate connection. This is talking about, you know, feeling trapped, you know, codependency, you know, obsession, all that types of shit, all that unhealthy shit that was going on with you and the twin. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. This is about an end and putting an end to the heart fog, mixing signals, blocked emotions, feeling messed up. All of that's ending. Okay. Yeah. And having hopes and wishes, you know, for a brand new day, a brand new relationship, a brand new timeline, you know, just new horizons in your love life. Okay. And I feel like in all areas of your life. Okay. Now we're going to get some messages from Spirit and see what else they want to tell you about the reading. Okay. We have Emerging Dawn. So it says, trust that every ending is another beginning coming in disguise. Okay. So you see that all the time. I talk about this with the Ten of Swords, because normally in the Rider-Waite card, there is the sun is coming up over the horizon, even though it's dark. And you know, they always say it's always darkest before the dawn, right? Okay. Then we've got seek clarity. It says embrace honesty, face consequences, and sharpen your focus for personal growth. Okay. So this is what you're doing when you heal and you learn those lessons and you release the baggage. You're seeking clarity so you can understand what you were supposed to learn so you can move forward. All right. Let's get some messages. Let's see what Spirit or your person wants to tell you. Okay. Sometimes I lay awake and think about you. I daydream about a life with you. Like I told you, day and night, this person's thinking about you. They're hiding their feelings right now because like I told you, they're waiting to strike when the time is right. They find you so attractive. Then we've got, they can't stop thinking about you. All right. Okay. No one else could hold a candle to you. You and your love are worth it. Like I said, you inspire this person to do the healing and be disciplined and step into that Emperor and Empress energy. Okay. And the third card. Please don't give up on me. Okay. And I feel like most of you are not going to do that. Okay. Let's see. It says, I've never felt about anyone the way I feel for you. I always carry you in my heart. Don't ever forget that I love you. Okay, one more. We are about to reunite. Remember, reunite because it's a past life connection. And then I'm so obsessed with you, please be mine. All right? Let's move to these. Okay, we have faith. It says, I have faith and hope in our connection and in us. I know that you've been brought into my life for a reason and it's bigger than both of us. I know that we're destined to be together and I have faith in God that they will find the way for us. Okay. Then we've got let go of fear. it says, you are safe with me. I have no fear of making mistakes. Nothing you do or say will ever make me stop loving you. There are no mistakes on this journey, only soul lessons. Everything happens for a reason. It's safe to be vulnerable with me. Okay, so this person is letting you know you can be safe. They're providing you with a safe space for you to truly be your authentic self. Because you know, I tell you, that's what it's about at the end of the day, Scorpio, right? Be who you truly are, okay? But you also have to, let me tell you this, you also need to be yourself, but don't be yourself on 1,000. And what I mean by that is that, you know, we like to get in people's asses when they fuck with us, right? Okay, I feel like with this person, you know, the level we normally take it to, we're not letting it get to that point, okay? Because this is not about you arguing, fussing, and fighting with this person. It is about you and this person coming together, being a true partnership, okay? And the two of you attacking the problem and not each other. This person is your partner. This is the person you can trust, Scorpio. So look, I'm a Scorpio telling you this, because you know we got the trust issues, all right? And validly so, rightfully so, you have them. I'm not going to sit here and tell you you shouldn't feel like that from the things that you've experienced, right? Because a lot of it comes from people misunderstanding us and what we stand for and how we work. But this person is going to understand who you are, and they're never going to do anything intentionally to hurt you or to upset you. And once you start to understand that, I feel like that's when you're going to relax, you're going to open up, and you're going to allow yourself to start to trust this person. I'm not telling you to go push the trust to 100 from day one. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm telling you to take your time, go slowly, and allow this person to show you how they truly feel about you and to show you the safe space they're creating for you. Okay? All right. Let's get a lover's oracle before I let you go. Okay, so you got 3 that fell. Let me see. There's 1, there's 2, and then there's 3. Okay, so the first one says, close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. Okay? All right, then we have friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. So like I tell you, be friends with this person first, because I know we got the trust issues. I'm not sitting here telling you you're supposed to just wipe them out in one day. It's going to take time. This person's going to want to build a trustworthy relationship with you, but you have to try, Scorpio. You got to dig down deep into your your bag. You got to take that stinger and put it to the side and understand that this person is not your enemy. This is the one that's going to have your back. This is the one where when you get ready to take out the stinger, they're going to be like, no, put it down. I got this. And they going to go at the person. It's going to be a united front with this person all the time. And so that's why I'm telling you, don't, try it. Try it. Don't turn your back on it. Don't allow this person to show you who they are. Okay. Then the last card we have, it says reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Okay. Like I said, this is your prize for being, learning what you need to learn, walking away from what you needed to walk away from. Okay. This is what you've always deserved. The the loyalty, the being down, the putting people before, your bays, what do they say, before anyone else, all of this stuff, the way that you are, this person's going to come and be a reflection of what you are. That's why you got to be in tip top shape. You got to be as, the best Scorpio you can be. And that's why I'm telling you, don't fight this person, Scorpio. Allow them into your life. Open your heart up, but open it slowly. I'm telling you, let them build the trust with you. Okay. Let them earn it. All right. Okay, Scorpio, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Scorpio.